This is a public service announcement from me, Jay Foster, your licensed Mississippi lawyer. This is JR. Say hi.
Hi.
JR is just one of my kids. I'm not trying to mislead you, but I think some TV lawyers are. I was born here. I was raised right here. And I got my license to practice law right here in Mississippi, not anywhere else. But guess what? Most TV lawyers don't have a license to practice law in Mississippi. In fact, I think they're trying to mislead you. Because when they put up their commercials, they don't put up, and you never see constantly on the TV screen, "I'm not licensed to practice law in Mississippi." Instead, that's a very tiny word. You practically have to have a magnifying glass to see it. And it only stays up on their commercial for a few seconds. I don't do that. You don't see tiny words pop up on my screen, and you don't see them go on and off for just a couple seconds when I do a TV commercial. Why? Because I am licensed here. Again, I was born here, I was raised here, and I got my license to practice law here. Now, shouldn't your lawyer have a license to practice law in Mississippi? Your doctor has a license to practice medicine in Mississippi. In fact, you wouldn't hire a doctor who didn't have a license to practice medicine in Mississippi. So why would you hire a lawyer that doesn't have a license to practice law in Mississippi? Don't believe me? That's okay. Here's what I suggest. I'm a lawyer. I don't believe most lawyers either, believe it or not. In fact, most lawyers I don't even like. You can test me and find out if I'm telling the truth by getting my free report. That's right, free. If I'm wrong, and one of the largest TV advertisers in South Mississippi has a license to practice law here right now on today's date, which is Mom's birthday, March 9th, 2011, then I will pay you $1,000. In fact, why don't you just call one of the largest TV lawyers that advertises on TV in South Mississippi? See if you can get him on the phone. I bet you can't. But if you get him on the phone, ask him this: do you have a license to practice law in Mississippi? Now, if the lawyer doesn't have a license to practice law in Mississippi, how's he going to go to court with you? The answer is he can't. He's got to turn around and hire other lawyers to help you. Does that seem right? Why would you want to hire a lawyer you see on TV and then that lawyer can't go to court with you? That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm 110% confident a lot of TV lawyers don't have bar licenses to practice law in Mississippi. So get my free, that's right, free report by going to www.nobarlicense.com. That's again, www.nobarlicense.com. Give me your name, email, address, fill out the little form on there, and I will send that report to you for free. My free report's going to reveal insider secrets that these lawyers don't want you to know. Why it's crucial to hire a lawyer with a Mississippi bar license. How to find an actual Mississippi licensed lawyer. It's going to also talk about your doctor has a license to practice medicine in Mississippi, so why shouldn't your lawyer? And much, much more. I promise you won't be bored by reading this report. Soon, I'm going to write a book about this exact subject. Is there any catch, JR?
No.
Are we trying to fool anyone?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Are we telling the truth?
Yes.
Is any tiny script going to go up on this saying Dad doesn't have a license to practice law in Mississippi?
No.
Because what?
You do?
I do have a license to practice law in Mississippi, don't I?
Yes.
Yep. Because we're from here?
Right.
Right. So we're not trying to fool you. There's no catch. There's no hidden language or anything else. We're going to tell you the truth about the baloney we see some lawyers advertising on TV. And one of those is they don't have bar licenses, so that lawyer absolutely cannot go to court with you and cannot represent you and cannot do a bunch of other things. As I said, insider secrets that I'm going to reveal that you need to know. This message is brought to you by me and JR. Me, your licensed and local Mississippi car wreck and workers' comp lawyer. Should we tell them anything else, JR?
I don't know.
Think they're going to believe me?
Yes.
I don't know. They got to get my free report, www.nobarlicense.com, to find out what you need to know And I'm going to expose those lawyers who I think aren't telling you what you need to know about the fact that they don't have Mississippi bar license. Very important for you to see. Say bye.
Bye.
Adios.